Oh, gosh, that's just that time again, guys. You know, it's that time of the day where I start doing some more homework, you know, some marketing and legal environment. But you know what, man? Fuck that shit, man! I'm done with school for the summer, man! I'm done! School is done! So what does that mean? What's doing, guys? It's time for another review! That's what time it is! I don't need these glasses because I can read freaking fine! So what are we doing today? Because I'm so happy it's summertime. Bam! We're doing the X Plus 30 centimeter RIC Boy Edition Godzilla 2003! Boom! That's what's up! Let's just get right into this some bitch now, shall we? Okay, so check it out. It's the X Plus Godzilla 2003. It's a reissue of the original X Plus 30 centimeter Godzilla 2003. Mouthful, huh? What's the difference? The fins light up. This figure was released in December 2013. Okay, so what is it? It's May 2004. So it's about 5 months ago. So the figure's hold on. The figure still has a scent to it. That's okay. Alright, so out of the way real quick. Let's start our review with the box! Boom! Alright, so as we know, the X Plus RIC Boy boxes, when they started doing the reissues, they started doing these just plain Jane cardboard boxes with the box art on the front. It's got Godzilla 2013 RIC Boy Edition or Light Up Edition. The back, it's got your blah 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 stuff. Dangerous, dangerous. Don't let your kids play with them. Poke an eye out, and they'll, you know, their liability saying, "Don't sue us, because your kid's an idiot." Okay, inside the box. Now, comes with the battery pack. I still have it in there. The tape fell off. Okay, and that's inside the box. We all know how it is. Okay, bam. Twist ties, plastic stuff you could smother yourself with. So be careful. Boom. All right. So that's the box. Look at him. Just look at him. He's beautiful! Okay, so what we're going to talk about first is the sculpt. Okay? Sculpt, detail, all fall into the same category. Alright, so the first thing we're looking at is what I'm going to tell you that sticks out the most on this sculpt is the scar. Check out the scar on his chest. As we know, Godzilla got this scar while fighting Mechagodzilla and Godzilla X Mechagodzilla. So the scar was carried over into Godzilla Mothra Mechagodzilla Tokyo SOS. Okay? So the scar is nicely done. Looks like that some bitch hurt. Okay? So that's good. That's there. Check out the neck now above the scar. It's got these awesome grooves right there along his neck, really defining his upper torso. Because these grooves, they go right down to his chest. Upper chest. Looks good. Okay? Legs look good. On both thighs, there's some bagginess here, so I don't know if that was just the suit, or, you know, if that's just how, you know, how it was made, you know, how to look. But it doesn't look too bad. Nothing to really pick on. Same thing on the other side. Got some grooves right there. Nothing too crazy. Okay? As far as the sculpt goes on the back, check out the back. Look at these awesome spikes here. I never really noticed that until now, only because of how defining it is. But they stick out really good. And I can't really think of too many Godzilla figures or suits that had all these jagged spikes there. So that's really well done. A lot of detail there. Okay? Let's look back at the face now. Check out the face. The teeth are nicely done. Each tooth looks like they're individually sculpted. The face is done well. The head, all of all the spikes on his head look good. Ears, eyes, the snout, everything looks really, really well done on the face. The face, this is probably one of the most accurate faces of the Godzilla figure for an X Plus, if you ask me. It looks really, really good. It's a very attractive figure. So you can thank Shinichi Wakasa, because he designed the suit really, really well done. Okay? What else? The feet look good. You know, just typical feet. Nothing too crazy about the feet. The hands are sculpted really nice. One minor little difference here. It might just be my figure because, you know, just molding process. But it looks like he's got a gap here on his right hand, a little bit too gappy between his pinky and his index fingers right there. So I might have to squishy soft that, try to fix that up a little bit. But it's nothing really too bad. Nothing too bad. The other hand's fine. Okay. What else about the sculpt? It looks good. It looks really, really good. We talked about spikes. Tail looks good. I like how the tail, it goes down, then up, and then down again, and then just tips off at the end. Nice little detail. Okay? Also, another little defining spiky situation here is on the shoulders. Shoulders got some additional spikes, so that looks pretty good. A lot of detail. This figure is really, really well done. Okay? Joints and seams. Alright, so joints and seams. Let's talk about the tail first. There is 1, 2, and 3. There's 3 of them. I don't believe the tail came assembled like this in the box. It may have been in 3 additional pieces, so that's why there's 3. Yeah, because this is, look at the size of that tail. Pretty big. Sticks out long. So there's 3 there. So that's the joints and the seams for the tail. They do blend together pretty well, but those seams do stick out. There is 2 seams on, well, a seam on each elbow, right around here. Okay? And then on the right arm, at the elbow, another seam. At the head, along the back of the head, there's another seam. And it curls up just underneath his neck. Okay? Not distracting that much. I mean, if we're going to look into detail on these figures, you know, that's where you're going to see these seams. Is it a big deal? No. I think they're hidden very well. Okay? At the knees, there's a seam that wraps around the knees at just above the knee, the calves. Other than that, there's no seams around the thighs. Those are pretty clean. Pretty clean, you know, as far as the suit was. So that looks good. So those are the joints and seams. There is no articulation for this figure. Just because the tail moves, sorry, this does not constitute an articulation, okay? This does not constitute as articulation. Alright? Those are just joints and seams. Paint job! Paint job! Paint job! Alright, so fingernails and toes. They're done in an ivory white. A little bit of tint of a yellow there to give some definition. They look pretty good. I like how you can get, let's see, there's 1, 2, there's like 3 different colors on these fingernails. Same thing for the toenails. And if you look at the toenails, we're going to go back to the detail a little bit. Same thing on the fingernails. You can just see how the bone is just growing, you know. And it's very sharp looking and jagged looking. So the paint helps emphasize that. It looks really well done. Okay? So fingernails, toes look good. Check out the face. The teeth, mostly ivory white. Little subtle hints of yellow there. Like I said, give some definition. The tongue and the gums are in a kind of almost a flat pink. But they look good. Maybe they could have done a little bit darker. Just to give it a little bit more depth in the color. But not bad, not bad. The eyes. Now check out the eyes. The eyes are really, really well done. They look really good. You got brown, you got a circular black in there, and then you got the pupil right in the middle. It looks good. The now the eyes, the white in the back. I'm not a freaking science major or nothing, so I don't know what you call the rest of the eyeball. But that white, it's very glossy looking, so that gives it some depth, which looks cool. So both eyes are really done well. Now, it's obviously for the body, charcoal gray throughout the whole body. There is not really any highlights whatsoever. Really no highlights on the body, but that's okay. Alright, the tail. We'll start the tail and work our way to the dorsal plates. Tail, you have highlights along the tail, and the dorsal plates working its way to the tip of the tail, down to the main chunk of the tail. dorsal plates, you start with grays in the center and a gray-white to tip off the spikes of the dorsal plates. Those look really well done. I like that. I like how these look. Now, the main dorsal plates, these are done in a translucent vinyl. So when the figure is in front of a light, you can tell there's light emitting through it. So these dorsal plates don't look the same as these dorsal plates here on the tail. The reason why these look like that is so when you turn on the light gimmick, because remember, this is the RIC Boy Light Up edition, that the light passes through, okay? So, I think, I'm not a big fan of the translucent dorsal plates, but I will say out of all the light up figures that X Plus has done, these ones look the best. A close second falls onto my favorite X Plus figure. My favorite figure of all time is the Godzilla 64, 30 centimeters. That's a light up feature too. But as far as this figure goes, when you're not looking at the figure with a light directly on it, the dorsal plates look pretty good. But there's not too much consistency between these dorsal plates and here. So, a point here. This figure is being reissued by Diamond in July. It's going to be the standard edition. There is going to be no light up feature for it, okay? So that means you're going to get the standard figure. The dorsal plates will look equally the same painted throughout, from the back all the way down the tail, okay? So that's coming out in July for those who pre-ordered it. Bam. The figure's going to be identical to this, except no light up feature. Pretty cool. Okay. So, let's talk about the light up feature, shall we? Hey Billy, can you turn off the lights for me, man? Thanks, Billy. You're such a doll. Alright, guys, as you can see, the lights are lit up now. As far as this light up feature goes, it does look pretty cool. I actually thought that the dorsal plates were going to be blue because they look blue in the movie, pretty bright and blue. But these come off with just regular white LED lights. It looks pretty good. I wish they were blue. I'd say this is probably my second favorite light up version of the Godzillas. Pretty cool. But I also think it could have been brighter because if you look at the center dorsal plate, actually if you look at all the main dorsal plates, the light doesn't get to the very tips of them, so there's some shadow areas there. And the dorsal plates on the two outer rows of dorsal plates, those don't light up. So, kind of, meh. You know, I think they could have did a little bit better job with that. I'm not going to say they were being lazy because it's got to be kind of hard to light up these figures, you know, and put all the wiring and everything in there. But, you know, that's all right. I'm gonna hit a point on that for the light up feature. But that's okay. All right, Billy, can you turn the lights back on, please, now? Ah, thanks. Okay, so now one more feature here. This is your battery pack that comes with the figure. Plug it in, and then you got your little on-off switch. Where do you plug it in now, right? Let me show you. Right here on the back of the left foot, right at the heel, there's that hole right there. Check it out. Just plug it in, flip the switch, and eureka, you have light. Okay? Now some people don't like these plug-in spots. But if you ask me, it's better than having to pull a head off, or the tail off, or a leg off, or whatever, to turn on the light feature. I know the Gigan and the Mothra from the 25 centimeter scale, you have to pull appendages off to do that, and it's kind of annoying. You know, I don't have either RIC Boys, and I'm glad I don't because I don't really have to start pulling the stuff apart to turn on the damn light feature. Yeah, okay? So that's the RIC Boy feature. Alright. Size comparison! Alright, so we're looking at the 30 centimeter Godzilla 2003 with the 30 centimeter Mechagodzilla 2003. Is it 2003? 2004. Oh man, it was 2002. You know what? This is 2003. Okay? Just had to look over my S8 Monster Arts Cure. So this is the 2003 version. Both from the same movie. Okay? I had a brain fart. So, both figures are about the same height. Mechagodzilla takes the advantage because he's got the horn here, okay? So, that is the height difference. Other than that, let's look at it from the side. And they're face to face. Pretty good. These fit in scale very nice. Very, very nice. So, Pretty cool. Okay? Maybe we'll do size comparison with a 25 centimeter figure? Yes? Yes. Okay, so we got, again, figure review in here, Godzilla 2003, with the 25 centimeter Godzilla 89. Okay? Obviously, they're in different scales. These are different, you know, this is the 30 centimeter, 25 centimeter. But just to give you an idea of the size of 30 centimeter to a 25, there's a difference. Plain and simple, okay? Bam. Alright, final thoughts. So, the figure is beautiful. It is amazingly sculpted. The detail is top-notch. Because of the way the suit was designed by Shinichi Wakasa, there's a lot of little subtle details that stick out on this figure. Like I said, from the back spines, the neck, the scar, very cool. Very nicely done. I'm going to take a point from it because I'm not a big fan of the light-up feature on this figure. While it's cool and all, I thought it was going to be more. I thought it was going to be blue. And the translucent dorsal plates, they're kind of like, meh, you know. But it's cool. It's a cool feature, I'll give it that. Not top-notch like the Godzilla 64, which is amazing as a light-up feature. Other than that, the figure is nicely done. This is certified fresh, but it's not as fresh as I'd like. I'm going to give this figure a 9 out of 10 because of the dorsal plates. Okay? 9 out of 10. Not bad, not horrible, not great, but okay? Still like it. And no, I'm not going to sell it. No. Mine. Alright? Okay, so, those who pre-ordered the diamond one, you're getting yours in July. Only about a month and a half from now, from the time of this recording. So look out for that. This figure, it's kind of hard to find. If you can find it, it might be on eBay or some other auction site, but it's pricey, maybe between $300, $350. Hopefully you don't pay any more than that if you're going to go for it. Other than that, it's good to go. So, thanks for watching. Check me out on Fresh Vinyl Reviews on Facebook. I started a website too. Check the link in the description. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter, both at Mr. Fresh Vinyl. Like it if you like the video. Subscribe if you want to subscribe. I'm not really big on asking people to subscribe. Just do it on your own if you like what you see. Other than that, leave the comments, questions, and everything down in the comments section. And I'll see you when I see you. And remember, buy vinyl, fresh vinyl.